I'm going to show you a few restorative postures. I won't be holding the postures, so feel free to pause the video when you find a favorite, and let's get started. So usually I like to do a little bit of a warm-up, so we will do that. Some people like to jump right into their restorative postures, which is also fine, but I like to kind of get my wiggles out a little bit, especially if I'm doing this, you know, after I've had dinner or taken a walk. I just kind of want to move a little bit and then find rest. So we'll start with the neck by bringing the chin over the right shoulder, and then the left shoulder. One more time. Chin over right shoulder, maybe bring the gaze over, nice soft gaze, or eyes can be closed, and then other side. Back to center. A few chin lifts, so lift your chin up, and then lower, and bring it all the way down to your chest. Feel length in the back of the neck. One more time. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, lower. And then last one for the neck is neck tilts. So try to keep your shoulders down and bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a stretch on the left side of the neck. As inhale, you come back to center, and then exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And you can move around a little bit if you want to roll your neck. Just be gentle, back to center. Nice inhale, exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Back to center. Left ear, left shoulder as you exhale. And inhale, come back to center. Roll those shoulders out. Switch directions. Then we'll do a few inhale, lift the shoulders, and then exhale, lower. Following your breath here, two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. A few cat-cows. So this time, as you lift your chin on your inhale, also start to lift your chest. So you can put your hands on your knees just to kind of help lift the chest, drop the shoulders, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. We'll just do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Round your spine. Back to center. A few lateral movements for the spine. Start by bringing your right hand next to your right hip. As you inhale, lift the left arm up and over. You can reach up or you can reach over, bending into the right knee. You kind of pick your level here. Just make sure you're feeling a nice stretch on the left side into that armpit, shoulder, even right here in these left ribs, intercostal muscles. Stretch out. Back to center. As you exhale, inhale, lift the other arm. Reach it up. Option to reach it over. Bending into left elbow. Make sure you're planting through that left hand. Back to center, one more each side. Following your own breath, inhale as you lift. Take a breath here. Inhale back to center. And then exhale as you come over to the other side. Take a breath. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, hand comes down. We will do one more little chest opener here. And we've been doing kind of step by step. This will be our deepest chest opener in our warm-up. So bring your hands lightly behind you, or you can plant them. And then lift your chin, lift your chest, and we will stay here for a few breaths. So we started by lifting the chin up as we were breathing, and then we did a few cat-cows, and now we're just going to hold this chest opener just for one more breath. And then as you inhale, slowly come up, walk those hands, keep them going forward, just a little forward fold. You don't need to go very deep, just bring your hands somewhere in front of you. And if this doesn't feel good in easy pose, you can also bring the legs out in front of you. And then slowly, gently walk the hands up. Last movement for the spine is a twist. So you'll notice we moved the spine with our cat-cows. We went each side back and forward. And so now we're going to do a twist by bringing the right hand behind you. Left hand comes to right knee. And twist to any degree. Remember, this is a restorative, gentle class. We're not trying to, pull or really do more than what the body is calling for. We're just trying to move the spine. Let's switch sides. We're just trying to move the spine in all directions. Before we settle in, and it's time for that settling. So we'll start with a reclined queen. You might know this posture if you've watched any of my other videos. I'm only going to use 2 pillows today and a rolled up blanket, as you can see here. And again, feel free to pause the video. I'm just going to show you a few favorites. Take a breath in each posture, feel the benefits, and then move on. So you'll want this rolled up blanket is going to come up against your low back, and you'll notice I made a little bit of like a ramp by tucking this top part in for where my head's going to be. You can also use an extra blanket there. You just want to make sure your forehead is above your chin, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I bring my low back up against, and I just bring my elbows one at a time, coming down nice and slow. Oh, it feels so good. And then my pillows are here ready. The soles of my feet are going to gently, passively press against each other. We're not trying to exercise the body or get a stretch. It's more of just a passive opening. So bring those pillows underneath your knees. And then again, make sure you have a little bit of a ramp with your blanket so that your forehead is above your chin. You just don't want to be totally, have your neck exposed. So a slight tuck of the chin. And then you might feel a nice opening in the chest and the shoulders. Let them just relax down. Palms can face up. Option to also bring the hands to the belly. And I really like this hands to belly when I'm struggling to focus, because you can really start to do some belly breathing where you breathe into your diaphragm and feel that happening. So just find whatever is best for you, best for your body, and remember each day is different. You can pause here, pause the video, and stay here for as long as you'd like. When you're ready to come out, remember to come out slowly. You can even keep your eyes closed. You'll bring your hands to your outer knees and use them to help you lift up the knees. Soles of the feet plant. And then gently bring your knees to one side or the other. You can just roll off of your blanket. Use your head as a little pillow. And then slowly, when you're ready, keep rolling your upper body so that you come to a nice seat. And then don't forget to pause and just observe, notice how you feel a difference. Now that you've told the body and the mind to rest a little bit. All right, our next posture is a side twist, which I've also shown before. So there's a few variations, and this is the deeper twist. So, of course, if this doesn't work for your body, feel free to find another twist, or just a sideline pose even. It doesn't have to be a twist. So for this posture, I have the 2 pillows and my blanket rolled up. I'm bringing it all the way next to my left hip. Knees are facing the same direction. So this is my left knee, right knee just kind of comes here just on top. You can have the knee further away. It doesn't really matter. And then make sure that as you come down, you try to find length in the spine. So if this is too much when you're coming down, just come down at a different angle. So I'm going to try to bring my chest down for a deeper twist and then rest my hands on each side. I'm also going to rest my left ear. If you would like a deeper twist, you can bring your right ear, but that's a little bit too much for me. So I'm just going to find a nice twist here. And I like to do in this posture a body scan, because sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm fully relaxed. So if the feet are clenching, for example, or if you can't tell, sometimes I clench so that I unclench and feel the difference. Same with the legs, the knees. You could put a small pillow or blanket here if you'd like. I like to tuck my left toes on the right calf, kind of like what we do in eagle, just so that left foot isn't like pushing or anything like that. It's a little bit resting there, nestled there. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands rest down. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Again, you can pause the video here. And when you're ready to come out, you just gently walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Come up, making sure your head comes up last. Finding an easy seat. And then preparing for the other side. And I'm just going to switch sides, so I won't be facing you here, but really you just turn so that your other hip is now against the blanket. And again, left knee or top knee can come over. It can be resting further away. And then right toes, I kind of, like I was mentioning, I nestle them in that other calf. And then again, come down at any angle. And notice the sides are different. So I'm going to rest my right ear down. Left ear is a little bit too much. So right ear comes down. Wiggle it out a little bit. Slowly. And find your seat and just again pause and observe. And then if your eyes are closed, you can gently open. Next is bridge pose. So you won't need the blanket, but you might want it handy just in case. So this is a supported version of bridge. And what we're trying to do, again, is not going to stretch. So remember that that's more of like a flow version of bridge. What we'll do is plant the soles of your feet and then come on down. Again, pillow handy, maybe 2 pillows, it's up to you what feels good for your body. And you might bend your knees a little bit more than you're used to here. Typically, you want to feel your heels with your fingertips and then lift. Again, we're using this pillow as a support, so when you come up, remember that you have options. You have multiple items. You can also adjust the pillow. Like if I wanted to come up higher, I'd put another pillow, or I could bring it closer. If that's too much, you just back out a little bit and move the pillow further down. So find a spot that feels restorative, restful, and the feet should be about hip width apart, and you could even walk them out a little bit, just a smidge, and then let the knees rest against each other. From here, the hands can come again to the belly, or they can come to either side, palms facing up, or down if you choose. You'll notice there's a slight incline, so your hips are more elevated than your heart and your head. So a really restful, restorative posture here that we're in. Slight tuck of the chin, the neck should feel really long. So make sure that you're not feeling compression in the neck, the shoulders, anywhere in the spine. This should feel good. So if it's not, wiggle around a little bit, find something that works for you. You could also lengthen the legs. Now, for a lot of people, they would want like support under the knees. You could use a pillow for that. But I like the knees, or the feet wide and the knees just resting against each other. Again, passive, restful contact with the knees. You can pause the video here. If you're ready to come out, simply gently lift the hips enough to bring the pillow out from under you and come down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. And then a few options here if you'd like. You can windshield wiper the knees, a little bit of movement. You can also, if you want to take a little bit of a counter pose, bring the soles of the feet to touch for a mini Supta Baddha Konasana. And when you're ready, roll to one side and pause. And then slowly come on up. And it's time for Shavasana. So I'm going to show a pose that is similar to, it's called stonehenge. You can use the pillows or not. Today I guess I will. I wasn't going to, but I changed my mind. So rolled up blanket comes on top of the pillows, or just on the floor if you don't want your knees as elevated. Hips come all the way against the pillows so that when you bring your legs over one at a time, the support is under the knees. And then the feet can rest, heels on the ground, the toes will naturally fall out. And then you find your Shavasana. Now this is a great place to also bring something under the head, a little pillow or blanket. I tend to just keep it simple and just let my shoulders relax. My head and neck are fine when I'm laying on the floor, but that's different for everyone. So take several breaths here in your Shavasana. Trying to just let everything go. Feel the body heavy. And again, pause the video here. Ready to come out, you bend the knees one at a time onto the blanket or the floor. Either is fine. Bring the knees to one side, roll to that side and rest. And then gently push yourself up, ending in a seat, just like we started. Bringing hands to heart center. yourself for this time that you've taken to let your body rest, to let your mind rest.